All right. Good morning, everybody. I know you weren't expecting to see me. This is Marnita's day to be the hostess, but Marnita is out today celebrating her daughter's birthday. So she's got the day off today. So I will be the host and we'll be doing our presentation for today. It's exciting times. The hatchery is open. How many of you have already started doing your thing with it? I mean, it's already 1/3 full. It's going to fill up. It might fill up by the end of the day. So this is the exciting time. I have a modified presentation to do today. I just spent the last few minutes adding the new slides and my phone blowing up about how to work the hatchery and all this stuff. So we are going to let's see, they're still asking me a question. Do you have the Zoom details out? Yes. Yes, they are posted. All right. Word is still getting out. We are live right now. So go ahead, type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor. To be giving financial advice, I share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only. And it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Since it is not that many people here right now, I could give some of you guys shout outs I see on the line. I see Stella and Bobby Buck, CB, Mr. Albert, Carlo Arrigo, Chris, CJ Jackson, Coach Lewis, Dagmar, Donna Terori, Dr. Tangela Brown, Eric Smith, Fode's iPhone, Janelle Appling, Jasmine, Joe Williams, Joyce Easley, Catherine Clement, see Keith Lakeman and Ken and Kenny and Kenny Taylor, the Kens, Maria, Melanie Davis from Chicago, Nicholas Nesbitt, Phyllis, Prelvis, my man, Lofties, Reynold Bascos, Rita from San Diego, Rob Charlton, Rosario, Roylene James, Sandy Lynn. Sandy, how you doing? I hope you're doing good, and I wish you and your family well this Thanksgiving. I know you guys have had a hard time lately. Sarah Webb, Teresa, Tyson Kemp, West. I think that's my man Shane West from Chicago. Chicago's representing. Yvette Peralt. Good morning, everybody. So I want to keep this short and sweet because I am doing a private strategy call with my inner circle at the top of the hour. I'm actually going to be doing getting a couple of more vanguards in the hatchery. So let's jump on into why we are here the day before Thanksgiving. And it is something that I am very thankful for. I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I'm very thankful for this community. And I'm very thankful for this project. This project has been a resounding success where I didn't think it was going to be. I've been in the crypto space for 8 years. I own my own crypto education company. I've seen and done it all. I've earned 7 figures. I've lost 7 figures in this space. I've been a part of scams. I've been a part of great projects. And when I saw this project, the original thought behind it back in March, there was no MoveQuest. There was no AVAX. It was on the Binance chain. And what I saw at that time, well, there's Ken. Okay. What I saw at that time was an opportunity to bring a crypto project to my current community, not to get rich, not to just explode and make a whole lot of money tomorrow, but to allow the people who is starting to learn about crypto, because that's what I do, I teach it, an opportunity to earn an extra income at the same time, an income that might be able to pay a couple of their bills. It might be able to buy some groceries. It might be able to help offset the rate rising inflation that we're experiencing, high gas prices and groceries and just paying for your kids' school and stuff. Person who's working a 9 to 5 job to have an extra income coming in, somebody that's on their feet all day, who might be a waitress, to have an extra $200 to $300 a month. That was the idea. And it worked. I love to use Rita as an example because when we first got started in Rita's first 5 weeks, she had made like $170 something off of her own physical activity. Now, a lot of you may laugh at that today, but just 6 months ago, that was huge. You mean to tell me you made an extra $100 something, almost $200 just on your own physical activity? Are you kidding me? We were excited about that. And then came the idea of that it still was not operating in full force. It still isn't right now. It is not operating at 100% capacity. We're getting closer. This is a project that has been in development for a couple of years. In the testing phase, like a beta phase, the Avalanche blockchain that launched on July 22nd or 23rd was a proof of concept launch, just to prove that this concept would work, still without the leasing and the challenges and events. And I said, this has an 80% chance of failure. Not because I didn't believe in the smart contract or the project or the on paper everything looks good. I didn't have belief that you have a community that is going to do what's necessary to make it happen, because unfortunately, it's not that it's bad. Everybody's trying to make some money tomorrow, or I'm sorry, today. How much I want to make as much as I can today. I'm not looking 6 months from now or a year from now. Hopefully it will still get around, but we've been scammed so much in crypto opportunities that I don't trust nothing. So it's because of that mentality I didn't believe that this would work. And I was wrong. I was very wrong. In fact, it has not only worked, it has been one of the most successful launches of a business in this crypto space that I've ever seen. And I have the proof to back it up. It is not my speculation. It is not my hope. I am not a cheerleader for any company or any business or any project but my own. I tell the facts how it is. And the facts and documentation beats conversation every single time. And here's the facts. Here's a number, 15 million. Oh, wait, let me not get there yet. Here's a number, $1. That's the cost or the value of the token at launch at the end of July. $1. The token got to $4 plus in the first 24 hours. And of course, there's a correction. Went down to the $2 range. Then it went to $6. Then 14, then 20. It had an all-time high of $125 for a brief moment and is now sitting at more than $20 a token 4 months later, with 6,000 plus members, $15 million. You want to know what that number represents? $15 million represents how much money people have sold their tokens for and been able to pull out and put into their bank account or sell or do whatever they want with. $15 million. Let me ask you this question. If you've been able to sell your tokens and pull out, type me in the chat box. Do I have the chat open right now? I think I still do. Type me in the chat box. If not, that's okay. Yeah, I just still do. Okay, I'll shut it off if something goes crazy. $15 million. 100% of every single person involved, 100%, has been able to sell their tokens for whatever value they wanted to sell it at. $15 million. Here's another side effect. Let me ask another question. Type 1 in the chat box if you lost some weight since you've been a part of this project. That's the unintended side effect. I keep it real. You're not here because you're trying to lose weight. Keep it real. You're here because you want to make some money. But on the back end, you're getting healthy at the same time. I've lost almost 20 pounds since I've been a part of this project, and I did not sign up with this project trying to lose weight. I signed up with this project to make some money. Let's talk about some of the health facts since I'm on that route. Heart disease and cancer are the top 2 causes of death in America. Heart disease and cancer. 67.5% of American adults are overweight or obese. 97% of Americans are failing to meet ideal healthy lifestyle criteria that can protect their hearts. Tobacco use, poor nutrition, physical inactivity, and excessive alcohol use are top reasons for disease in America. This isn't something that we don't know about. It's something that we don't pay attention to until after the fact, until after we get that hospital visit, until after that diagnosis, until after that hospital bill. Then we say, you know what? It might be more expensive for me to ignore this and pay a hospital bill than start to buy healthy food and live a healthy lifestyle and get a gym membership. We're we're reactive instead of being proactive. And this has spawned a huge health and wellness industry over the last 100 years or the last 50 years, especially in the United States, where more than 70% of Americans are obese. No problem, Janelle. Go enjoy your granddaughter's birthday. More than 70% of Americans are obese. But it's not like there's nothing out there that can help us. Every business out there has a new gimmick, a new weight loss scheme, a new product and services, new gym equipment, new fancy ways and celebrity endorsers to get us to get healthy. And every single one of them only work for a certain amount of time and then they fail and we're on to the next. Why? Because they haven't conquered the one thing, the biggest challenge of them all: lack of motivation. Lack of motivation. If you're able to solve that, if you're able to get people to be motivated long enough to see the results of a healthy lifestyle, you have a winner. Now, let me show you how MoveQuest has figured that out. Take a look at this video.
Tired of shelling out money for gym memberships you hardly ever use? Fed up with bad diets and quick fixes that never seem to deliver? We know the feeling. But what if there was a way to spend less and achieve more, much more, than you've ever dreamed possible? Get Fit Mining, the revolutionary platform that pays you to get fit. Imagine earning cold, hard crypto just for building those buns of steel or carving out that six-pack. With Get Fit Mining, every step you take is not just towards a healthier you, but also towards financial freedom. Forget those hefty gym fees or that pantry stuffed with diet foods. Motivate yourself to be the best version of yourself and start building your retirement at the same time. What if what you mine today could change your tomorrow just doing what you are already doing, but intensifying it? Picture this: the best fit version of yourself, traveling the world, driving that luxury.
You guys don't hear anything, huh? Hold on. Let me make sure that the audio is there. Screen 2, share sound, share.
Car you've always dreamed
How
of.
about now?
All of this is possible with Get Fit Mining. Here's how it works. Strap on your favorite fitness tracker and start earning crypto for your everyday activities like walking, running, or cycling. The more you move, the more you earn. Our app syncs with your lifestyle. It tracks your progress and mines cryptocurrency while you exercise. It's like mining money while melting calories. Say hello to real-time rewards paid instantly. Achieve your fitness goals and watch your digital wallet grow. Connect with fellow fitness enthusiasts, challenge each other, and share your achievements. With each referral, boost your earnings and your fitness motivation. Join the movement that's reshaping what it means to be fit and financially savvy. Why put off feeling good and living well? The time is now, and Get Fit Mining is your gateway. Ready to make a move? Let's turn those fitness dreams into your financial reality. Jump on board and let Get Fit Mining guide you to a richer, healthier life. It's the future of fitness, and it's here now with Get Fit Mining. So why wait? It's time to turn those workouts into wealth. Download the Get Fit Mining app today and start your journey towards fitness and financial freedom. Remember, every step counts, every workout matters. With Get Fit Mining, you're not just getting fit, you're getting rewarded. It's fitness revolutionized. It's time to get fit, get rewarded, and start building your future one step at a time. See you on the healthier side of life.
See you on the healthier side of life. I mean, are there benefits to walking? Obviously. Just 30 minutes every day can increase cardiovascular fitness, strengthen your bones, reduce excess body fat, and boost muscle power and endurance. You reduce your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and even some cancers. Physical activity may help to prevent or manage heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. Adults who sit less and do any amount of moderate to vigorous physical activity gain some health benefits. So remember, I asked the question, how can we motivate people to do proactive things for their health? Well, we're about to come to the end of the year, And New Year's, everybody does New Year's resolutions, right? And what's the top two things that people select in their New Year's resolutions? They want to lose weight and make more money. What if, what if there was a program that actually allowed you to do both at the same time? That's what MoveQuest has figured out. We say your health is your wealth. We're going to show you how to turn your physical activity into an income stream. What? Yeah, your physical activity. How would you like to make money without having to recruit? How would you like to make money without having to sell a product, good, or service, or convince grandma at Thanksgiving tomorrow to drink your miracle juice? Because I know what health and wellness companies do. Thanksgiving is prime time. We're sitting there eating all that food, getting the itis, passing out, unbuckling our seatbelt, or our belt, gaining weight. That's the time all families together, and all health and wellness companies is trying to hawk their products on family members. But what if you can tell your family member, how would you like to get paid from your physical activity just with your home, and you don't have to sell anything? How is that? How can that go wrong? I'm trying to find the no to that. Why somebody would say no to that? Because here's how easy it is. All you need to do is have a phone. I don't have to convince you to buy a phone. I don't have to sell you a phone. You already have one in your hand. In fact, it's like an extension of your body. You carry your phone everywhere you go. But did you know that your phones automatically have trackers on them that is tracking everything that you do? All of your physical activity, all of your distance, wherever you go, they're even listening to you. Did you know that? If you have an iPhone, you have Apple Health already downloaded onto it. If you have an Android, the newer ones, you already have Health Connect downloaded onto it, running in the background. See, Get Fit Mining is just a DApp or MoveQuest. I got to get used to that switch. You know what? That'll officially happen when the app DApp drops. But the MoveQuest DApp, you just download that onto your phone at no cost. This DApp is not recording your physical activity. I had somebody say, "Well, Brandon, I'm real private. I don't want MoveQuest recording my activity." It is not recording your activity. It is connecting to apps already on your phone that is recording all of your activity. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. And then it takes that data, transfers it into a digital hash through our miners, sends it to the blockchain, and now you're rewarded with a crypto token called MQT. Not some made up token that can only be used on the dashboard, but a token that has real world value that you can buy on the open market right now at like $20 a coin. And it launched $1 4 months ago. Only 21 million in total supply. Anybody know any other coin out there with 21 million max supply? I don't know. It just hit an all-time high like the other day. We got this started at $1, more than $20 today. There's only two ways you can get your hands on this coin. Buy it on the open market or mine it. And I'm going to be talking about that in a second. But as Bitcoin mining is called proof of work, we call this proof of physical activity. Now, there are other move to earn apps on the market. Have you heard of Sweatcoin? I've been using Sweatcoin since 2022. Sweatcoin figured out how to gamify and make fun the activity of you walking and running outside by using an app to connect with friends and family, and they have different funny things going on, and they've got advertisers. Look at that, Adidas, Nike, Puma, and whatnot. It's where they make all their money. But here's the deal. They say, yeah, you're going to get rewarded for your steps. I've moved millions of steps since 2022. And do you know how much money I made? This screenshot is just a month old on my own phone. $25. So let's backtrack for a second. At the beginning, I said we were excited that Rita made $170 in 5 weeks. Why were we excited? Because the other move to earn apps can't even come close to that. She did $170 in 5 weeks. I did $25 in 3 years with Sweatcoin. Do you think I was excited about Get Fit mining? Now, people like, man, I do that a day. But this is it. And they've got millions of users. We have less than 6,000 right now. This hasn't gone viral yet. You might even heard of Steppen. Steppen is Sweatcoin. They are limited in what they can do. You can only work outside with your GPS. Their restrictive feature says they have a monthly subscription fee and they're centralized. MoveQuest, there's no subscription fee. It's decentralized, meaning it's not a company. It's just a smart contract. And it's going to reward you for your steps, your distance, your calories, your workouts, all indoors and outdoors, even your sleep. I mean, think about that. I was always taught you're not making money until you're making money while you sleep. How about making money for sleeping? And are there benefits to sleeping? Yeah, getting 7 to 9 hours sleep a night keeps your heart healthy, reduces stress, and helps keep blood sugar consistent. It lowers your risk for serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease. It reduces stress, improves your mood, and allows you to think more clearly. It helps to prevent inflammation and control weight. Now, since I've been self-employed, God willing, that's one of the things I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, that I was able to fire my boss 12 years ago on my 36th birthday. Wake up when I'm finished sleeping. It didn't turn out that way because I realized that you work harder for yourself than you ever did for somebody else on a job. So I would get 4.5 to 5 hours sleep a night and 1 good hour in the afternoon. That's for the last 12 years. That's been my routine. Now, because of MoveQuest, I average 6.5 to 8 hours sleep a night. Why am I getting that extra sleep? Is it because I want these benefits? I'd be lying if I said yes. That's not the case. I'm getting the extra sleep because I'm getting paid to sleep. Let me say that again. Did you guys sleep last night? God willing, you woke up this morning. And I say God willing because many people didn't. We lost both my grandmother and grandfather in the past month. So God willing, you woke up. Did you get paid for it? Not just your sleeping, but the more you move, the more you mind. You're going to get credit for your steps, your distance, your workouts, your calories, including your sleep, all managed not by a company, but by a smart contract. And if you're brand new to crypto, you don't understand what that means. That means that there is no one corporate office taking up all the money. It's a community-driven event, just like how Bitcoin is, decentralized. But there are limitations to what you can do. You know, you can max out up to 20,000 steps a day. When I first started MoveQuest, I realized that I wasn't even maxing out, but I was still had more physical activity in my first 30 days than I did in my previous 6 months combined. It was crazy. I think when I was looking at my apps, and I had a rough year, so I wasn't doing much what I should have been doing. But I was averaging maybe 1,500 to 2,000 steps a day, maybe. I work from home. I roll out of my bed, go to my office, sit on my desk, go from there, sit on my lazy lounge chair and watch TV and the game and football and stuff all day. I just get up to go to the kitchen and the bathroom. That was what I was doing. And then I'm on my phone. I don't have a job. But since I've been in MoveQuest, I've been moving. And I lost 20 pounds. But 20,000 max steps, 10 miles a day, 2 hours max workout time every day, 2 to 4,000 max calories, and 8 hours max sleep. Now you can do more, but you're only going to be getting credit for that amount of time that you do. Now, getting started with MoveQuest is simple. All you need to do is start off having a smartphone. Fitness trackers are optional, like watches. If you have an Android, Fitbit. If you have an iPhone, I recommend an iPhone smartwatch. Those are optional, but they work better. They record more data. You don't have to carry your phone with you everywhere you go. And the difference between MoveQuest and the others is you're getting credit for what you do on the inside of your house, just by moving your arms and hands. I don't know if CJ's on here, but he's always doing this with his 4 watches on. So yeah, that's optional, but I recommend it. Your phones already have fitness trackers on them, like Apple Health, Google Fit, Health Connect. But what you have to do that's different is you got to purchase some miners. That's what makes this thing work. The miners is what's taking your physical activity and translating it into a digital hash so that you're rewarded with MQT. Think of how Bitcoin mining works. Bitcoin is not just created out of thin air. It's 21 million. But every 10 minutes, when Bitcoin miners create a block and close it, 3.125 Bitcoin is released every 10 minutes. So there's a number of Bitcoin. What's that number? 200 and something a day? Bitcoin released every single day to the miners. There's more than 1 million Bitcoin miners out there, all competing to get that Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the reward. It's the incentive. How do you incentivize somebody to spend their time? Time is money. To purchase equipment, to program that hardware and software, and then to pay the electricity bill for it all to work just to mine a block and get 3.125 Bitcoin. Well, how is MQT released here? There's 21 million of them. 2,500 is being released every day. Another 2,500 in the reserve wallet, but 2,500 to all of you guys. Who are you guys? Those that's doing their submissions and claims every day. The miners. So the more mining activity you have, the more MQT you get. Bitcoin is called proof of work. MoveQuest is called proof of physical activity. And any activity is getting you paid. Walking indoors, outdoors, running, jogging, hiking, riding your bike, swimming, riding your skateboard, going rollerblading, dancing. Who likes to dance? What about going to the grocery store? Are you not walking up and down the aisles? What about if you go on a vacation? Are you not walking up and down the beach? You go to the county fair. I do a lot of steps at the county fair. I racked that up this past summer, the LA County Fair. What about on a Saturday morning? Do you do yard work? Mow the lawn, walk your dog, play with your kids and your grandchildren? You know, what about, do you clean your house? Do you move around, period? Brandon, I don't have much physical activity. You have more than you think. Do you sleep? If you sleep, you're getting paid. So the more activity you have, the higher your earnings. So getting started. This is, we can still kind of roll with this, but we've got the new, have you guys been on the new dev.movequest.com app? The enrollment process is streamlined, so much simpler, but you do have to download, and we recommend having a MetaMask wallet, and you need to purchase some AVAX tokens. Then you're going to convert those AVAX tokens into MQT. See, here's another thing about what makes the MQT token valuable. Why would somebody want to have it? What separates that from the other 15,000 meme tokens that's out there right now that 99% of them have no utility, no real world use case? The simple fact that you can't mine unless you purchase miners, and you can't purchase the miners without purchasing MQT. So we've created our own demand for the token. So now everybody getting involved is purchasing MQT. And if more people are buying, what happens to the value of the token? It goes up. You're going to get the invite code from the person who invited you. Once you purchase your miners, you can have up to 8 of them working for you. You can have 1 working, 2, 8. Some people start off with 8. Some people start off with 1 and work their way up. Download the Get Fit Mining app soon. We'll have the MoveQuest app that will be available. And then you start moving and you'll earn MQT for your physical activity. Another thing that has made this a success, actually, the main thing that has made this a success is the self-sustaining ecosystem. See, most projects fail because they shoot themselves in their own foot. And a couple of other reasons. There's projects out there that say, yeah, we guarantee you 3% a day, 13% a month. We guarantee that if you give us money, we're going to give you a return on your money. Or they need seed money to get started and have investors. And when the project finally launches, those investors and the people who got in early sell their tokens for a profit after the token rises. It ends up looking like a pump and dump. Anybody from the outside looks at the project and say, I'm not putting any money on that. That's a pump and dump. And then the people who crashed it in the first place start screaming to the company, why is the price so low? When are you going to bring the price back up so I can sell some more? They're the ones who crashed it in the first place. Once the token's on the market, it's market conditions, supply and demand. And then you also have, will the government shut it down? Or will the owners of the company run off with everybody's money in a rug pool? Everybody's experienced that. Well, here with this being a decentralized smart contract, there is no profit going to a company. How do you think Coinbase and Binance and Gemini, FTX, how did these guys become billionaires in just a few short years? All of those transaction fees and everything, profit, they took 90% of it. With this smart contract, 90% of what would be profit is going right back into the ecosystem, the other 10% to maintain the system. So 90% goes back to us to sustain the environment, to provide liquidity so that when you want to sell, there's actually money to sell. I've been on another project we just covered in Crypto Talk this morning, and they're under investigation right now. And they got thousands of users after 6 years. And do you know what their liquidity is at? $7,000. So even if you wanted to sell the token, there's no money there for you to sell it for without a huge price impact. Yet there's almost $2 million of liquidity available right now. I said almost. People think I get exact. It's like 1.7 million in liquidity right now. If every single person sold their MQT, the token value would stabilize at $8.69. That is still $8 higher than at launch. Massive success. Because every time you evolve and upgrade your miners, you submit your proof of physical activity, you claim your mining rewards, you unlock your mining dot slots, you create what we haven't experienced yet that is coming, the challenges and events and leasing of the miners, all this generating fees directly going to the blockchain and not a company. It's not going into Lynette's pockets. She can't touch it. It's going to the blockchain for all of you. Now to get started, I did not have time to upgrade these parts yet, so nobody shoot me yet because we changed the names of the miners. I literally 5 minutes before I went live today tried to throw some things in here. But the first miner is, you guys type in the chat box, what's the new name for the first miner? Because it was a Lenny, but the cost is only $50. Mover? Yeah, thank you, Rita, mover. So the Lenny is now a mover for $50. It gives you 50% mining power, but you can have more. You can have multiple Lennies, movers working for you. Or you can upgrade. Why would you want to upgrade? Because you're going to get more power. So I'm going to edit these later. But you go from mover to trailblazer. Thank you, Herschel. Trailblazer to what? Explorer. Explorer to Vanguard. I know that one. Alpha's now a Vanguard. And then from Vanguard to Titan, Omegas are now Titans. The Titan is going to give you 400% mining power. That's more than 50. So let's think of Bitcoin, for example. If I had a laptop and I'm mining for Bitcoin, do you think I'm going to have the same mining power as somebody that has a whole mining farm with like 500 ASIC miners? No, I'm not. So ultimately, you want to have more mining power because, again, and I don't say this too often, but you guys are competing with each other. Did you know that? That's why we have challenges and events coming. 2,500 is being released. Who's that? Whose wallet is that 2,500 going to? Whoever has the most mining power and whoever is doing the most physical activity. So you're incentivized to do more. I shared it the other day, and one person was like, Brandon, how come I'm not rich yet? Spent 45 minutes of my time and had like 1,500 steps and two Lennies or two movers. I said, you need to pay me money for taking up my time like this. Know how the project works. Now, can you make money with the mover? Absolutely. On my inner circle, I'm going to go into detail about that breakdown, especially on the leasing side. But the other person says, well, can anybody actually claim? Because I mean, what if the company says, you hit the withdraw button and they decide not to pay you? How many of you have ever experienced that before? You earned money, you go to the company website, you hit the withdraw button, and nothing happens. Right now, over the last 3 years, I'm probably owed $45,000 to $50,000 because the withdraw button doesn't work. meaning the company's not paying out. This is not up to the company. This is on the blockchain. So here's an example of Miss Casa doing a 10-day claim. Take a look.
Grand, beautiful risings, babies, and happy thriving Thursday. It's your girl, the Queen Connectress, and I am back because we are talking about Get Fit Mining. And for me, documentation beats conversation. So I am going to show you how easy it is for you to get paid off of your physical activity and your sleep. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my MetaMask wallet and let you guys see that right now I have 1.35 MQT in my MetaMask wallet. So then now I'm going to go to my Get Fit Mining app. And as you guys can see, every day, your steps, your miles, your calories, your workout, and your sleep, all that data is put into the Get Fit Mining app. The app turns that data into a hash and puts it on the blockchain, and that's how we're able to get paid for our physical activity and our sleep. Now, every day you have to get up and submit your data. When you submit your data, it shows up as a line of information right here on the bottom. Now, every day you can claim each line of information in order to be rewarded your MQT. I like to wait for 10 days, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and claim my 10 days of data. I am going to submit that information. As you see, it says transaction in progress. And now my data has been claimed successfully. The MQT that I am rewarded from my physical activity and my sleep now shows up in my MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to go over there to MetaMask. Oops, let's do that again. There we go. And now you guys can see that I received 10.5, I think, MQT for the last 10 days. So like I said, you guys, you get paid instantly for your physical activity and your sleep. It all depends on when you want to claim your activity and when you decide to sell, how much you will actually make. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and you keep being healthy, active, and beautiful. I'll see
Now,
you
if
soon.
you notice there, she
Peace.
did not maximize her physical activity. And she had, after 10 days, 10.5 MQT. That's the reward. And you say, well, how much money did she make? She made 10.5 MQT. What matters is when she decides to sell. She can sell those MQT at $2, $10, $50, $100, $20. That's completely up to her. The other day in Inner Circle, we saw how one Bitcoin wallet hadn't moved in 13 years. The guy had put $120 worth, and I think he received 2,000 Bitcoin. He sold it for the first time last week at more than $90,000. So there's a difference between him selling it then than if he sold it 10 years ago. So it's up to you when you decide you want to sell. But let me cover something, because a lot of people like to know, how much am I spending and what can I make? And I make the mistake on Mondays because you guys are looking at a different screen than I am. So let me make sure you guys can see my arrow here. I'm going to go on the low end and the high end. Let's say you had 8 Lennies. I'm sorry, 8 movers. You got to update this too. So 8 movers. The cost of you submitting every day comes to $15.74 a month. So you can write that down. What is my expense here? My business expense compared to what I'm going to make. So at a $9 MQT value, see this? $9 MQT value. It's more than double that right now. But at this value, you're spending $15.74 a month with 8 miners. You're receiving profit of $11 a month at a $9 valued token. So since it's double that, it's more than $22 a month right now at whatever the value is today. That's on the smallest miner power that gives 50% each. What happens if you had if you had 8 Omegas or Titans? The cost is 126 a month. Your monthly profit will be $279 a month. Are you good with that? Are you good with that? Yeah, so if it's currently the price is 19, yes, double $9. 9 times 2 is 18, so it's more than double that. Are you good with that price or that profit? $279. If it was at 9, since it's double that, it's double this. More than $500 a month. What happens if the token is worth $25? Now, I'm not showing numbers that hasn't already happened. I don't do speculation. We do fact. If you had those same 8 Lennies, your submission per month is still the same. But now you went from $11 a month in profit to $59 a month in profit at a $25 valuation. If you had those same 8 Titans, the business cost is still $126, but your now monthly profit is $999 at a $25 token. Now, what happens if the token goes to $80, which it already has? Again, I don't need to speculate here. This is what's already happened. We've experienced this. In fact, many of you was upset when the token dropped to $80 from 100. Just like now, I see people upset that Bitcoin went from $99,900 and $600 to $93,000. Like, oh, I lost money. Are you kidding me? That's market. Markets go up, markets go down. It'll go right back up. But at an $80 valuation, your mover, now you will be paying more in submissions because once it goes over $50, the submission's a little higher. But you're still at this, more than $200 in profit with just the movers, 8 movers. But 8 Omegas, that's $3,474 a month. We're now looking at almost a full-time income. I'm looking at, just looking at my youngest son's, a senior in high school. What do you think I have him doing? He doesn't fully understand it yet. And he's also busy looking at the price. But I'm like, don't worry about the price. It's all about accumulation of the tokens. Monthly mined, 45 tokens. Don't worry about that price at $9 or $80. What happens when the price goes to $500 a token or $1,000 or $5,000? You want to accumulate as much as you can. What happens if you're like CJ and you don't have just one device with 8, you have 4 or more? Like I said, Inner Circle, as soon as this is over, we're going to get on our private training. I have a strategy in place. Full-time income at an $80 valuation. But guess what? We've seen it at higher than this. We've seen it more than $100. So we know that it's not possible. It's probable because it already did it with less than 5,000 members. What do you think is going to happen when we have 10,000, 25,000, 100,000? And then we've got those of you who have been accumulating your miners. How would you like to get even more miners without you paying full price? We just launched something literally this morning called the ability to hatch your miners, from movers to vanguards. So let's say you've got MQT just sitting in your wallet. I don't like having assets just sitting there. My assets are my employees. I want them to work for me. I want them to produce for me. So here's how you can have your assets of MQT work for you. If you put your MQT in the hatchery, $100 worth of MQT for 7 days, you will receive a mover. What does a mover cost? $50. If you put $200 worth for 14 days, you'll receive a Trailblazer. $350 worth in 21 days, you'll receive an Explorer. If you put $550 worth, what is that, about 24, 25, or 28 MQT right now? You will get 27 or 28 MQT. You will receive a Vanguard that's like an Alpha in 28 days. Are you kidding me? I did the math. I said, okay, so it's going to cost me what, about $180 to get me 8 Vanguards? If you have already been in the hatchery and you've got some already working for you, type me in the chat box. And again, when I say this is competition, because this is limited, only 100,000 MQT can participate in this. And last I looked, it's already 1/3 of the way. Don't worry, in the inner circle, I'm gonna get a couple of more Vanguards live in front of you guys, because we're in competition. First come, first serve. Now, somebody's like, well, can I get a Titan? No, you cannot. Titans have to be evolved. Titans have to be evolved. We still need to have that feature going on. But this is also going to be huge for the leasing side. Again, in the inner circle, I'm going to talk to you guys about that in detail, our strategy. However, how the hatch miners, how it works, you're going to deposit your MQT. Now you're going to deposit it into the wallet that you want to use. You're going to connect that wallet to the dev.movequest.com site. And when you click on hatchery, it's going to pull the MQT from that wallet. Okay. So whichever wallet you use, that's where you need to have the MQT in if you're going to use the hatchery. Your wait time is anywhere between 7 to 28 days. And when that 28 days is up and you get your miner, you also get all of your MQT back. So it didn't cost you any of your MQT. You will pay a small fee in AVAX. So here's another thing too. From $3 to $24. The hatchery will not work unless you have the right amount. So if you're going to get a mover, you have to already have $3 worth of AVAX in your wallet, or it's not going to work. I learned that the hard way. I'm like, why isn't this thing working? So you got to have it. If you're going to get a Vanguard, you need to have $24 worth of AVAX in that wallet. Okay. And you'll be good to go. What are the advantages of the hatchery? Well, utility for the MQT. Use the hatchery and MQT to create more miners. Increase liquidity. The ecosystem fees support the long-term stability of MQT, the liquidity pool. Earn more assets. That is what these miners are. You have to understand they're assets. It's 46.2% filled. Man, it's going to reach that 100% by tonight. But before I'm gonna predict it's gonna reach that before Thanksgiving Day. How do we get into the inner circle? Get back to the person who invited you and ask them how to get into my inner circle. I do not put that information on publicly. We've got scammers, we've got thieves and hackers out there that has forced me to do things in a more private way. So just get back to whoever invited you and ask them. Next is earn more assets. Hatched miners can be leased and used to mine. That part, in my opinion, is going to be one of the biggest parts of the MoveQuest ecosystem. It is also going to be one of the main reasons why we're going to see a token go above north of $200, $500, and $1,000 token. It is also going to be the reason why we're going to have a lot of people in other countries who can't afford miners. Yeah, I figured that, Herschel. That's why I got to do my inner circle anyway. I know they're out there. But this is why we're going to have people who can't afford the miners be involved. In fact, we've now eliminated every single obstacle for an individual to get involved. This is not pay to play. If you want to get involved, you can at no cost and be able to earn based on your own efforts, meaning your own physical activity, not you having to recruit anybody, not you having to sell a product that you don't know if it really works or not, but your own physical activity. No lock-in. Here's another thing. A lot of projects out there that do so-called staking, your tokens is locked for 6 months to a year. You can't withdraw. And then when it comes time to withdraw, that's when they do the rug pull and run off with everybody's money. Your MQT is not locked. You can withdraw it at any time. However, when you do withdraw your assets, it resets your progress. So that 28-day clock will start over. So supports market health. It reduces the circulating supply of MQT without burning it, which means you're not selling it. Preserving token stability and value. We have a scalable ecosystem. As the market value of MQT grows, the hatchery scales with it. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Herschel, that might mean that the 100,000 that you can only do now may increase so more people that can be involved. So it will scale as according to demand. This is a limited time opportunity. The hatchery is more than a tool, it's a strategy. It lets you maximize the value of your MQT by creating assets that generate additional income, all while supporting a healthy and balanced ecosystem. Whether building miners for personal use or leasing them to others, the hatchery is your gateway to long-term growth and rewards. Mover miners will only be available to hatch for a very short time, making this a rare chance. It's already 41% done. A rare chance to secure these valuable assets. Additionally, the hatchery will only accept 30% of the circulating supply of MQT, creating a sense of urgency and FOMO and ensuring balance in the ecosystem. This limitation encourages continued minting and evolution. Okay, I'm going to give something away for free. What I would suggest, if those that are people that are not plugged in, they're sleeping on this, they never see what's going on, they're updated, and I already know because I'm going to get the phone calls 2 days from now. Brandon, how come you didn't send me a text about this and now I can't, it's 100% done. So here's what you guys are going to be able to do. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to time this. Start from today. If 41% is already done, you know 28 days from now, spots are going to open up. So you don't know if those people are going to do it again for another 28 days or not. So that's going to be your window of opportunity. I'm only giving that away for free right now. Like I said, I got a strategy I'm going to tell our inner circle team how we're going to move on this. But this will create a sense of urgency and FOMO. So I'm a person that, like my grandpa says, when it comes to leasing, you know, live in one house and lease out the other property. I want to have as much assets in my possession as possible. How can I get more assets without me spending another $6,500 to get 8 Omegas? I can do something else. The hatching. Speaking of leasing, the leasing component, again, is going to be probably the most important component, the backbone of MoveQuest. Some of you get it, most of you don't yet. I know Herschel does. Lease your extra miners to other users and earn an income on your digital real estate. That's not even what I'm looking at. As big as a feature that is, that's not the most powerful thing that I see. This feature allows anyone to participate in mining without needing to mint miners themselves, right, while providing you with steady rewards from rental fees. That's not even what I'm looking at either. Well, the first part, yes. Allows anyone to participate in mining without needing to mint miners themselves. That part is huge. The second part, while providing you with steady rewards for rental fees, that's good and all, but that's not even what I'm looking at. I'll share my inner circle. It's a win-win for growing the community and maximizing your assets potential. So my goal is, how many miners can I have? I already have miners that I'm using, that I'm working, but then I want to collect a stash of miners that I'm going to lease. Leasing miners allows MoveQuest to grow organically by enabling participation without requiring everyone to mint their own miners. Users can lease available miners, paying a rental fee in exchange for mining rewards. But Brandon, what's the rental fee? Whatever you make it. This is open market, supply and demand. You create your rental fee. I don't know. It's what are people willing to spend to rent? How do you think the housing market works? What are people willing to spend? So this creates accessibility for those who may not want to mint or evolve miners, reducing the reliance on constant new money entering the ecosystem. See, this isn't one of those things, you need to recruit more people so you can take new money to pay old money. This is not how this works. That's not what this is. So get started today. How? Get back with the person who invited you. Let them know whether you're in or out. If you say this is not for me, hey, that's not for you. That's fantastic. At least thank you for taking time out of your schedule to learning what this is about, not hearing it from secondhand information that they don't know what they're talking about. Look at it for yourself. What did we cover in 5-Day Challenge last week? Do your own research. Don't even believe me. Don't believe me. Do your own research for what's going to be best for you. And if you still say, this is not for me, we appreciate that you even took the look. But I will tell you this. You've made a choice that when you leave here, your phone is still recording all of your physical data. You scammers listening to me right now, because I know you are, and you thieves and all that, your activity, and those who say this project doesn't work, your phone is still recording your physical data. You're going to go to sleep tonight, and God willing, wake up tomorrow morning. Even you scammers and thieves, I don't wish the worst on you. God willing, you're going to wake up tomorrow morning. But you choose not to get paid for that. I have fun on social media when I see people taking selfies of themselves in the gym. They're out walking their dog. They're getting their summer body ready. I'm like, are you getting paid for that? If you decide this is for you, then definitely get back to the person who invited you, and they're going to walk you through the process. And don't worry, Herschel will be back next week. I'm going to watch how much I say on that. Herschel will be back soon to be able to hold your hand through getting yourselves set up and learning what to do. I mean, the process is simple if you just follow the instructions. But some people, they need a little hand holding. Herschel's got the patience of a saint. We have a Discord channel. The Discord channel has all the leaders in there. Ken Francis and Brian Rose and Mike Corey. And I mean, everybody's in there to help you. We are not utilizing Telegram for the official MoveQuest group. Why? Because the scammers that's listening to me right now are waiting for you to go in there to prey on you to steal your money and your miners. And then they turn around and they mine with your miners. So if you want the official information, Discord. Unless you guys are part of my inner circle, we have our own stuff. But Discord is where you want to go. Again, as a disclaimer, I cannot guarantee you how much money you're going to make. I can't. If anybody does, they're scamming you, or they're giving you false information. The market is volatile. Market goes up, market goes down. I don't know, number one, how physically active you're going to be. Are you going to do 1,500 steps and watch the football game? Or are you going to do 20,000 steps and get extra, get some good exercise going? I don't know. I also don't know how many miners you're going to have working for you. I don't know how much mining power you're going to have. That's completely up to you. And then the third thing is, when you do earn your MQT, I don't know what the value of it will be when you decide to sell it. I still remember the days where people were selling 1,000, 2,000 MQT for $2.70. That was just 4 months ago. You guys remember that? Some of you guys did it. And you're regretting that you did that. But that's okay. What I look at now is not what's being sold. How many MQT am I earning per month? No, I look at this as a business. But other people look at this as a luxury, as a hobby, which is fine. To each their own. Now, we've launched the hatchery. Very soon, I think before Thanksgiving tomorrow, or sometime tomorrow, the leasing side should be open. It should be. The official MoveQuest app, I don't know, maybe within the next week, the app itself. But let me show you a sneak peek of this trailer for MoveQuest. Take a look at this.
MoveQuest could be worth more than Bitcoin one day.
Yeah, high-level leadership.
A lot of sleepless nights, but we put the work in, and now it's paid off. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, stay on the groove, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. Quest, 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 quest.
I'm hyped with that. I think that's real cool. All right, what's coming up next? Well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so nothing's happening tomorrow. So the next presentation that I do will be on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern, an hour before this time. Saturday, I'd like to get in and out on Saturday so you can enjoy your day. So that's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm sure that we're going to have more updates since it is Saturday. I'll take a little bit more time, especially since we have new information. I like to kind of keep these presentations under 30 minutes, but I will go a little bit longer to cover all the information. Basically, there might be new. Lynette more than likely will be on that, so it may not even be a presentation. So we'll see, but it will be one on Saturday. And 49% field, man. All right, my inner circle, as soon as I close this, you know where to go, and we'll hop on that. We've got a couple leaders on here. I'd love for them to share some information and what they think. I mean, we're all seeing this happening right now. Mr. Ken Francis, are you there? If you share something with the people and anything that I might have missed. Hey, Ken, I see your mic is off.
Yeah. All right, there we go. It took a
Yeah,
second
there
for
you
it to be
go.
hot. I'm hot. I'm hot. What's up, man?
Talk to us. Tell us what you think about what's going on right now, right before Thanksgiving, and what we have working
Man.
with us.
Well, it's it's been what, 4 months, probably going on 5 months. The days go by so quick, but I just think about that old saying, be here a year from now. I just think about that because it was just July and we were thinking, what is this going to look like in 90 days? What is it going to look like this time next year? Well, shoot, it's already 25 now. So you just keep grinding, you keep, putting it out there, you keep doing what's required to accumulate this asset. Because if you remember Lynette saying things distinctively, she said, this is Bitcoin on steroids. Some things like that just start to really sink in. It's like, well, what did we just prove in the first 90 days with a few hundred people, not even 1,000 people? So you got to really start to think about what you're dealing with here and realize that you're probably never going to get this chance again because this can't be duplicated. It's never been done. And no one's put the protocol in play like this in the space ever. And we just found an incredible person with a brilliant mind to do it. And here's another one, Brandon. You're in the right place at the right time with the right people, right? How many times have we heard that, right? But I mean, you just keep saying it until it happens, right? So here we are, and couldn't feel better about the situation. And now that we have the app in our hands, everything's performing. We're adding different integrations that make it better for everybody, and allow us to spread globally. The moon, right? You hear that again, it's going to the moon. Well, this might be that one time that you may be in position where it does. And we've already seen it do some tremendous things. So yeah, Ursula said it best. We're at 50% and we're not even barely half the day over. So you already know what's about to happen. Go get some vannies. I'm good. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Thank you, Ken.
All right, bro.
Hirsch, is there anything you want to share?
Wow, is what I want to share. Man, this is extremely exciting. I know we've all been, many of us have been involved with this platform since, early August, September timeframe. And to see the evolution, no pun intended, of what's being built and actually being able to not just be a part of, see it happen, but actually feel like you're a part of what's happening. I really, really look at this as history in the making. And, years from now, individuals that don't participate now will be those individuals like Bitcoin now, when you go to the barbecues and things like that, that are saying, man, I had the opportunity to back in, 2024, and I didn't do it. I didn't move on it. That doesn't mean that people have to overextend themselves, but this is an extremely low barrier of entry that anybody can actually get a piece of. And you've been tapping on something, and we talk about the leasing. When I say barrier of entry is so low that anybody can participate at some level, as that's being rolled out, people are actually able to get in, build digital assets, create a digital asset portfolio of assets that can actually bring them passive as well as active income ongoing. And the more people around the world that exercise that opportunity long term, by default, because of the way this platform has been structured, cannot help but increase the value not only of the MQT token, but I think a lot of people are losing sight on the fact that the appreciation of the miners themselves will increase tremendously over time. And it's going to make it harder for people to come in off the street later on, a year from now, 2 years from now. A Lenny or a mover won't be $50 anymore. That mover may be $500. And a person may not be able to come in and get 8 of them. And by that time, we may have 12 docking slots open by that time. And it's going to make it a lot harder for people to mine as many tokens. Well, first of all, the number of tokens we're able to mine right now, you'll never see that again. Where we are right now, people with 8 miners, 8 Titans mining, getting one anywhere from 1 to 1.5 tokens a day on one account, those days are going to be gone. We're going to be fighting with Titans, full tilt. We're going to be fighting to get 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 tokens a day as more and more people come into this ecosystem. But the beauty of it is it's the value of those fractions of tokens, which I'm still lobbying to call them cuties, fractions of an MQT. Those cuties are going to be worth more than whole tokens today. So if you're able to accumulate whole tokens today, when we get to the point where fractions or cuties are more valuable than whole tokens today, and you've been holding on to those, I can't predict the future, but it's all human behavior. And if you like it, if you understand it and you like it, I believe with the billions of people around the world, there's enough people that will think like you, that once they hear about it, see about it, know about it, and are able to access it. So we don't need everybody. We just need enough people that think like you. It just has to be shared with them. And there's no barrier. The barrier of entry is just activity and a little bit of money, not a lot. That's what I see. And I want to do everything that I possibly can right now to seize the opportunity to participate at the level we're able to participate right now and ride the wave. I'm just asking for you to ride it with me. That's what I see, B.
Thank you, sir. Well, you guys going to hear directly again. Herschel will be back next week. Again, I don't want to say anything specific on this call, but just keep an eye out on Discord for the updates and when he will be doing his hand-holding sessions again. I'm on every single one because I'm learning too. So I want to end with this. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And you're going to be spending time with family. You're going to be eating food. Hopefully, don't have political discussions, but have more discussions about how we can make some money as a family. And bring this up to them. That leasing portion that Herschel's talking about, I mean, even with the hatchery, you guys getting your more minors, but somebody will be able to lease an Omega for far less than having to spend the $600, $800 it costs to get an Omega. And so anybody is available to be a part of this program. I'm putting my family to work. Holidays is always a time when my family wants to ask me for money. Can I borrow some money? Can you help me out? Can you help Junior out over here? Can you help my nephew, your nephew over here? You know, and I always do that. But a best way to help is to put them in a position to earn. And I'm going to be showing off my son, and I'm going to show off his account. He's wearing his Apple Watch. He's making money. He's getting in shape at the same time. And he's telling people about it too. And also take the time to be grateful. You know, sometimes it can be a very depressing time of the year where you don't feel like you are where you want to be. You spent all year and you're not ending the year like you wanted to, and the things are getting more expensive. You don't know how I'm going to pay my bills and get ready for Christmas and then the new year at that. You know, one thing that you can be thankful for is that you're still here. You woke up this morning and you have the ability to change your financial situation, and you're in a vehicle that can make that happen. We all, from this point forward, we still have time to determine whether you have the best Christmas you've ever had. Because if we go to work over the next few weeks and help grow the size of this community, we can push this token beyond $100 a token. We could push it. What if we have another 10,000 members, 20,000 members that join? What do you think the value of MQT is going to be? Now, you don't have to sell all your tokens to have a good Christmas, you know, responsibly. So that is in our control right now. If the 6,000 that's here, even if the 68 that's on right now just shared and helped to grow with 2 or 3 more people each, our token value explodes more than $20 that we're at right now. That's not up for Lynette to do. That's not for Waleed to do. That's not for your sponsor to do. That's for all of you. This is a community event, so we can make the rest of this year the greatest year we've ever had. So be thankful and grateful for the things that you have and focus on that and vibrate on that rather than you're not where you want to be. And now let's put our heads down, lock arms together, and let's go to work. With that, have a happy Thanksgiving for those of you I don't speak to. I'll be back on Saturday. My inner circle, you guys know what to do right now. Take care, everybody. Brandon Ivey out. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Herschel, and all the other leaders for all the hard work that you've been doing to help out this community. We appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.